This is Margin Machine, where we follow the money behind AI. While the internet argues about whether AI video is slop, one company just revealed it's making over $700 million a year selling it, and almost nobody in the West knows their name. It's not OpenAI. It's not a Hollywood studio. It's a Chinese company called Kunlun Tech, and the product printing this money is something most people scroll straight past: 2-minute soap operas, watched vertically on your phone, and increasingly generated by AI. In July 2026, Kunlun announced that its AI-native businesses crossed $800 million in annual recurring revenue. More than $700 million of that comes from a single product, an AI short drama platform called DramaWave. For perspective, that is more recurring revenue than most of the AI unicorns making headlines every single week. But here's the thing, the most important number in this story is not the $700 million. It's a percentage buried further down in the announcement, one that quietly rewrites the economics of entertainment. We'll get to it. First, you need to understand what these people are actually selling. If you've never seen a microdrama, here's the format. Take a full soap opera plot: secret billionaire, revenge, forbidden romance, a betrayal every 90 seconds, and chop it into 60 to 100 vertical episodes, each 1 to 2 minutes long. The first 10 or 20 episodes are free. Then, right at the biggest cliffhanger, the app asks you to pay to unlock the rest. It sounds absurd. It works absurdly well. Apps like ReelShort and DramaBox prove that Western audiences will happily pay for this, sitting near the top of App Store revenue charts and turning microdramas into a global, multi-billion-dollar category. The genius is in the structure: every episode ends on a hook, so the payment isn't for content, it's for relief. It's a slot machine built out of cliffhangers. Traditionally, these shows were filmed cheaply with real actors and crews in China, then translated or res-hot for global markets. Cheap by television standards, but still real money, because here's the industry's dirty secret: reports out of China suggest the overwhelming majority of productions lose money. Only a small fraction become hits. Which is exactly the kind of broken economics AI loves. So where does Kunlun Tech fit in? Kunlun is a publicly listed Chinese tech company, and its AI division goes by Skywork, or Tiangong. In early July 2026, it announced a milestone: annual recurring revenue across its AI-native businesses had passed $800 million. The breakdown matters. Over $700 million comes from the AI short drama platform business, DramaWave. Over $100 million more comes from AI tools. And the momentum is real on the official filings too. In the first quarter of 2026, Kunlun reported roughly $379 million in operating revenue, up about 46% year-over-year. When the ARR announcement dropped, the stock reportedly jumped more than 15% in a day. The company's stated ambition is to become one of the first Chinese AI firms outside the tech giants to reach $1 billion in ARR. Now, plenty of AI companies have big revenue numbers. What makes this one different is not the size. It's the margin structure hiding underneath it. Because Kunlun just did something to its content pipeline that no Hollywood studio can copy overnight. But here's the part nobody mentions. Buried in Kunlun's announcement is the percentage I told you about. DramaWave has completed what the company calls its AI-native transformation, and over 80% of its newly released content is now generated by AI. Sit with that. 8 out of 10 new shows on a platform doing $700 million in annual recurring revenue are not filmed. They're generated. Why does that change everything? Go back to the industry's dirty secret: most microdramas flop. In the traditional model, every flop burns a real production budget: actors, crew, locations, editing. It's a slot machine where every spin costs tens of thousands of dollars. Now collapse the production cost with AI generation, and the same slot machine gets close to free spins. A flop costs compute. A hit still charges viewers the exact same price to unlock episode 21. When your content is a numbers game, whoever can afford the most attempts wins, and AI just made attempts nearly free. The audience-facing price stayed the same. The production cost collapsed. That gap, that's the margin machine. And Kunlun built one more layer most competitors can't match. Here's the layer: Kunlun doesn't rent its AI. Most AI content startups are wrappers. They pay OpenAI or Google for every video, every image, every song, and watch API bills eat their margins. Kunlun built its own models. Sky Reels for video generation, purpose-built for short dramas, with a version even released open source to seed an ecosystem of creators. Murica for music generation. Matrix Game as a game world model. Those models feed three platform economies the company talks about openly: AI short dramas, AI music, and AI games. Think about what that vertical integration means. When DramaWave generates a new episode, the marginal cost isn't a fee paid to a foreign lab, it's electricity on infrastructure Kunlun already owns. And every hit show generates training signal: which faces, which plots, which cliffhangers make people pay. The model improves, the content converts better, the flywheel spins. This is the same playbook that made streaming giants build their own studios, except the studio here is a model, and it works around the clock without a single actor on payroll. If it sounds unstoppable, hold on. There are real cracks in this story, and they're worth your skepticism. First, these are company-announced ARR figures, not audited profits. ARR tells you the revenue pace, not what's left after marketing, and microdrama apps are notorious for spending heavily on ads to acquire binge watchers. Second, competition is stampeding in. Kuaishou, the Chinese short video giant, is reportedly pushing hard into overseas AI short films with tens of millions of monthly active users in the category, and every microdrama app on Earth is now testing AI generation. The cost advantage that looks unique today could be table stakes in 18 months. Third, quality risk. Audiences tolerate melodrama, whether they'll keep paying when they know it's machine-generated is genuinely untested at scale. One viral backlash about slop could dent conversion overnight. And fourth, Kunlun itself is not a flawless operator. Chinese financial media spent early 2026 questioning the company's underlying performance before this AI surge, so this pivot is less a victory lap and more a bet the company move that happens to be working right now. None of this kills the story. But it tells you the 700 million is a snapshot of a land grab in progress, not a finished empire. So here's the payoff. For 2 years, the money conversation in AI has been about models and chatbots: who has the smartest system, who raised the biggest round. Kunlun's numbers point somewhere else entirely. The fastest real consumer revenue in AI right now may come from pairing generative cost curves with formats that were already proven addictive. Microdramas worked before AI. AI didn't invent the demand, it deleted the production cost while the price to consumers stayed exactly the same. That's the whole trick, and it's repeatable. Find a content business where most attempts fail and every attempt is expensive, then make attempts free. Music, games, comics, audiobooks, the same math is coming for each of them, and the companies that own both the models and the distribution will capture the spread. If you want more breakdowns like this, the numbers behind the AI headlines, subscribe, because this channel is built on exactly that. But this story left one question I couldn't shake: what does it actually cost to produce one of these AI episodes, and could a single person with a laptop run this same playbook solo? If you want to know how one-person AI studios are already trying it, click the video on your screen right now.